Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Boogered Up podcast. We have a very special guest today. This person has a grudge against Instagram like you would not believe. As a person that is in the industry, you know how hard it is to get your stuff around, and God damn it, they are halting this person, and it needs to be talked about because I'm sure other people are dealing with it as well. She's notoriously as a co-host on the Bill Squire Show, and she is a wonderful human being. Everybody, please welcome Tommi Miller, Tommi LC, baby.
Aw, that was so nice.
I try.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to tear up there.
Thanks
What
for
happened
having
was,
me.
I swear to God, what happened there, I sat up and a whiff of the smelling salts hit me, and I went, Bill Squire Show. I like hard drive wired for a second.
That's
no
the
excuses. Yeah.
No, I kept going, though. I tried. I feel like tingly now. How are you?
I am doing good, other than Instagram. Yeah.
Yeah,
fuck 'em.
yeah. I know you have some stuff to talk about with
Yeah.
that. It seems like every story that I've seen you talk about, you go, fuck this place, but hey, check out this new post. And I'm like, damn, I really wish the algorithm would help her sometimes.
Right. Like, you saw my following. It's not bad for just, like,
You have a decent
local,
following,
like,
yeah.
yeah. I'm nobody cool, famous, or anything like that, but, like, a decent following.
Yeah.
But my shit will not get promoted. And they added this new thing where, like, okay, violations, they take your stuff down. The shit that's pissing me off right now is they have you may violate our things, so you might want to take it down, and we're not going to promote it. And I'm like, so you're telling me I didn't violate it, but you're still not going to promote it.
That's really weird. Also, at the same time, like, what do they know that is potentially going to violate the guidelines and not? Like,
Exactly. Yeah, it's weird, but I fucking hate them.
yeah, I think the part that pisses us off, we have this problem more with TikTok than anything because of algorithms and halting, which we all know TikTok's going to be gone soon, so thank God for that. We see all these people that do significantly worse stuff and, like, get away with it like it's murder, and then we're over here struggling. Like, dude, like, we were on a good run, and now you're just completely stopping us.
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, if you go to, like, Playboy, their page, you see nipple through stuff all the time. And I'm like, just because I'm not making you money, man. That's what it is.
I'm
You gotta
fucking
be
greedy bastards.
Yes. We need a new platform.
What would you like on this new platform? If you were to create a platform, are you talking because to let you, she's in the industry when she's talking about nipples?
Yeah,
so
nipples.
Are you
titties.
talking social media platform for people in the industry or in general? How would you create a new thing for, like, advertising?
Honestly, just fucking go back to Instagram in the beginning. Just photos. OG. Just photos. Fucking. Oh, you posted 5 minutes ago? I'm going to see this right
that
now?
algorithm?
Yeah.
That was key
just
algorithm.
Literally, yeah. Just take it back like 10 years or however long it's been. I don't know. But
It's been a while
I
since
know.
you've seen a good algorithm. Now it's just everywhere.
Yeah.
It's hate it. Everything's an algorithm.
Yeah. And I think that, like, people like us that are creators, some with voices, some with others, that you really struggle to see these people that have their stuff pop up with, like, 2-3 days ago, and you're like, I posted 10 minutes ago. Why am I not getting put up on this? And that's a problem. I would like that. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about more on this is that because it seems like as of lately, when I first noticed you put something on your story and you said about Instagram was, like, punishing, I was like, oh, this is interesting. And then from there to now, I've noticed that, like, your growth, like, almost stopped in a sense. And then you're, like, pushing people to other accounts to try and save yourself because you're like,
I'm going to lose it at any time. Yeah. I've got crazy violations that just don't even make sense. And they don't, if you look into the terms and stuff, they don't give you any specifics.
You've gotten so far to look into the terms of it all?
Yeah, because I'm like, shit, do I need to, like, fucking jump ship and make, like, a whole brand new one and, do all that. And, yeah, terms, they don't tell you how many violations you have to do. They don't tell you what's worse than, another. They're very vague on it. And I'm like, I got to get a backup so I can keep making money.
And is the biggest one that's flagging is showing nipples? Is that
I
the
don't
thing?
even like my stuff is very much I make sure whether it be like a censor or just covered completely. Like my stuff, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I really don't see you naked on my feed, which is great. I mean, like,
Which is
I want to
great.
support
I
you.
don't see you naked, but
I want to
that's the
support
thing.
you, and I'm like not trying to scroll and be like, damn, all right, we went from a baseball game to boobs.
That's Twitter. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, got it. Yeah, Twitter's wild. So we were talking about Twitter not too long ago, and the
I
algorithm
also just
of Twitter.
got I got locked out the other day. I woke up to like 4 text messages saying, "Oh my God, what happened?" And I'm like, "Did somebody die?" And then I found out that it was my fucking Twitter was like frozen because my profile picture apparently went over their violations. And I'm like, you can see anal fisting. Like, what's wrong with my picture?
Wait, what do you
of
have
my
to do to
face?
get banned on there?
Yeah, wait,
I
so
wasn't
you flagged?
banned. I was flagged because they said that there was nudity in my profile picture.
Was there nudity in your profile picture?
No, it was like
Half areola?
no areola. It was covered. Like
I heard hesitation. I'm like, no. She kind of knows she's guilty a little bit.
This is really
okay,
close.
just a little bit. It would have been nudity if I didn't just cross like the nipple out. You know what I mean?
Oh, so it was like a mark on.
Yes, a
additional.
mark on thing.
Okay,
Yeah. So
okay.
apparently that gets you.
That's weird
locked
though,
out.
because we were just talking a couple weeks ago about how like the algorithm of Twitter is getting weird to where like we're not following these fight pages or anything, and I'm seeing people getting like murdered.
Yeah. I
I'm like-
don't get what's going on.
You
there.
randomly are scrolling like sometimes it's like your dickhead friends that are like they don't think that they will be caught, but like when you like something so much, it says suggested by your name, and it's just porn, and you're like, you horny son of a bitch. It's like, why are you you're on Twitter just to look at porn, dude. You're not even looking for anything else. I'm like, okay, get it. I can even tell you who it is right now. That gets me every time, and I'm like, I can wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning, scroll through Twitter, and I'm like, there it is. Thank you for throwing it at my face.
Yeah, they don't hold back. You
But-
can see people's likes.
Yeah, but that's weird that you're getting flagged on Twitter now too, because
Yeah.
that's
It's Wild Wild West over there. Like I was saying, you can see fisting, whole porn, like porn clips are on there and stuff. So I don't know. I'm just hated.
I'm just
I'm
hated.
just hated.
And as a person in one of the main reasons, besides this notorious story that we have come together to find out that we all knew about, except for you, can't wait for that. One of the main things was because I wanted to get somebody close that was in the industry. 'Cause we were discussing how my ex-girlfriend, the money that she made, she put up on her story, very good value. But wanted to know with you getting like banned and hurt and everything, like how much does that hurt somebody that's in the industry for outreach?
You know,
Is there a different way that there is like a reach for somebody in the industry?
Reddit is a huge one.
Okay.
People are fucking weird on Reddit, so there's a lot of.
I've learned very recently how wild Reddit can get.
Yeah, Reddit, Twitter is good. I submitted to be a suicide girl, so I'm like a hopeful.
You have seen that on your story before.
Yeah, I don't talk about it much because I'm too old. I don't think I'm ever gonna become one.
When I first saw that, I was like, no fucking way. Suicide girls is still a
Still a
thing.
thing. I know, but
What
I did
what
that
is
for
that?
marketing.
I was surprised to hear that too.
Yeah, it's a big thing still.
What can you explain to
Yeah,
him?
it's just like a subscription. Like you could pay a monthly payment, and it's just a bunch of models. Most of them are tattooed models, alternative and nude. Like so, it's kind of like Playboy-esque ish type thing.
Yeah, it's like a metal version of Playboy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A lot of inked.
It was super like. How long ago would that have been? 15? More than that?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
When it was like really big. But yeah, I did that because you can submit a photo set and then you become a hopeful if they approve you. And then you have to like turn pink is what they call it. Is like they choose your set to be like on the main page. But I did it for marketing. Like, like, okay, men are on here paying for women, obviously.
Right.
You know, paying for women.
Wild way to say it. I was rolling with it. You stopped
it. But paying for their accounts and stuff. So, yeah, I do it for that. And I don't, kind of market that. Cause
That's a smart thing to do, though.
Yeah,
I mean, even, in a sense, you could just say, fuck it, I don't care. But, hey, vote for me. And then you just get built up in the ranks and such.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably not good, saying that I don't really care if I actually turn pink or not. But, I mean, you still get, that exposure of people that are into.
Yeah, you can kind of use those as a catalog for your own brand.
Exactly.
People go there to find people. They find you. You get them.
I've noticed a lot of people do that with TikTok. Where you randomly
TikTok.
come up and
That's
you're just
fucking hard. TikTok hates me too, dude.
Same, dude. Same. Nux, yeah. since I'm in Nick's seat, I got to give Nux.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fist me, bro.
All of my posts that went like I've had a few. What is viral on TikTok?
Depends, man, because like sometimes like viral is like just a couple 100,000 views.
Yeah.
But it's still got a lot of traction.
Yeah.
And then there's some that are like 18 million but have less likes than some of ours. And it's like, what I can't even answer that. It's stupid.
Yeah, but all of mine that like I said, I don't know what viral for sure on there would be, but all of mine that were good ended up getting
I'd give you like
down.
500,000 would be
there's a couple big
viral.
ones. Yeah, okay, yeah.
To start it up at least.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, that shit's stupid. We get muted all the time for that. We actually got banned from live on TikTok, which we used to go live on TikTok.
for weed.
Excuse me.
Was there weed involved?
Yes.
That happened to me too.
Yeah.
We were
It's
even
a shitty-
smoking on camera.
Yeah.
Me and Nick were passing it like behind the camera, and like somebody
There was
coughed or
smoke
somebody's-
in the background.
Yeah.
And they go, oh, what are you smoking? Cigarettes?
Yeah.
I like, what a cop question to ask.
Right?
What is that, a cigarette? And I on the live, I was like, no, they're not smoking a cigarette. Boom! And I was like, what the fuck happened?
Shut us
Yeah.
right down.
Yeah, it's a hard time. But no, yeah, because the push of being in the industry is one of the things that like I figured that it would be quite the difficult thing to overcome in a sense at times. It seems like you still do well for yourself.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Like there was a little bit of a time where I was like, fuck, my following is going down, and when kind of like that shadow banning started, but I'm back up, and it's doesn't really affect it, honestly. It's just I feel like if I still had that reach, I could be doing so much fucking more. I could quit my day job if that could just shoot out.
How long have you been doing the OnlyFans?
I started January 2020.
Was that the first thing that you did for like a paid prescription? Because I know there's a couple other things that you can do.
Yeah, I did camming very briefly before that. But immediately, like the first night that I started camming, I had a guy pay me $1,000 to just like video chat with him, and he would send me like Amazon wish list stuff all the time. So I just stopped camming because I'm like, I've got this fucking guy paying for everything.
I love that.
Yeah.
I like
Retire
it was like the
after
perfect.
one
I'm
day.
not kidding when I say like first or second night I was doing it. So like I did that for a little while, and then I stopped, and then COVID started, and I'm like, I'm bored.
I'm
Let's
bored.
make some extra money.
I knew somebody that was into camming, and they did this thing where every single night not every night, well, every night they were doing it live. They would have it at the end, and it was at midnight. Whoever was the top gifter or something of that nature, they were able to pick the flavor of a sucker that they would stick in their bum and then eat it. And I'm like, that's such a fucking hilarious goal. It's like, who's gonna pick the flavor?
Right.
It's like, oh,
How many times do you get to pick the flavor?
People are excited about that.
if you get it, if you win every night,
talking about
dude.
you.
Me?
Funniest
No.
thing is that Tommy knew exactly where that was going.
Yes, I
Like,
did.
Is that
Yeah.
a big? Was that a big trend thing?
I don't know about the butthole, but vaginas for sure. There's a name for that, but I forget what it's called. But yeah, men like it. Just put it in your puss.
Pussy
and
pops?
then eat it. Pussy. That's exactly what they're
Is
called.
it?
Yeah, I'm stoned. I'm sorry, guys.
God bless. We
How
might
many-
have a
It's
title.
a very direct name.
How many pussy pops have you made?
How many licks does it get to the center of the
One
pussy pop?
actually, just one.
Just
Flavor,
one.
what
Just
flavor was it?
It was a blow pop. It was the Is it strawberry red?
Don't
cherry?
ask me. I don't
Cherry?
fucking
No,
know.
I don't know.
What are you looking at
I
me?
was like, what flavor
I
is
wasn't
the
the.
cherry?
I wasn't the guy donating.
No. I think cherry or strawberry, one of those.
That's
Yeah.
wild. So how long did you do camming before you? Do you actively still do that?
No, I don't.
Did you
having
switch to the
interact,
other-
like live? Like that's why I was never a dancer or
It
anything.
seems
I
like
don't
that's a
wanna-
lot to do.
So much fucking work. Yeah, I'd like just.
As dumb as it is, because I know some people have like the stigma of like sex workers really don't do shit, but like
That's a lot of fucking work.
doing camming, you have to sit there and be live for however long you're going live, and
And
then
if nobody's on there, you're fucking sitting around. Yeah, it was fun, but it's just not. I don't have the time.
so
to
now
sit
you
around
do
and
the
potentially-
subscriptions of like OnlyFans and such like that.
Yeah, and like custom stuff. So
How is that industry? Because, like I said, we were talking about that, and we started asking about like taxes on that and all this other stuff. And I was like, you know what? Why don't we like try and actually find out more in depth with this industry in a educational way?
Yeah, taxes. So everything like OnlyFans, you do get the 1080.
The 1099,
or 1099.
yeah. That's what I guessed. but-
Yeah, it comes in like a weird business name that's not OnlyFans. It's kind of funny, but
It's like, that's totally not us.
yeah, it was like it says something cable or something like that. It's kind of, I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Cable
What
company?
job do I have? I'm like, oh shit, okay, but yeah, you have to claim your taxes, but I write off everything, which is wonderful.
I was curious, like,
I recently found out I can write off my tattoos because I'm a tattoo model. So
Whoa.
yeah.
oh, tattoos.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is a
tattoos.
tutu?
A tattoos.
Like, that makes sense. Tutus would be
I
part
was
of the
able to write my
outfit,
boobs off, all my my lash extensions, hair appointments. You know, you can do the area in your house for, whatever
Like
it
a
would
studio.
be. Yeah,
Damn.
studio. Yeah. Yeah, it's wonderful. Yeah.
How successful do you have to be to start writing stuff off, though?
Well,
Like,
I
can
write
just-
a lot, but
Can I just
but I'm not
become
that.
Can I just become an OnlyFans model and start writing shit off?
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Look, we built this studio for me to do OnlyFans in.
If I see Cody Ray's butt spread open on one of these chairs,
You know
lose
exactly
my
who it would be on this podcast, and it wouldn't be him. It is Fairy Tale. Fairy
yeah,
Tale.
we-
You're finding
we-
Fairy Tale down
I'm the
here.
camera guy. We put on a good photo shoot in Minnesota.
it's like, I'm just
Buns
making
out
my
and
taxes
everything.
better next year, guys.
Yeah, but I was talking to my tax lady this year just to confirm, like, because my husband, he's like, no, you definitely had a cap last year, like you couldn't write off a certain amount, and I'm like, she's telling me I can write off as much as I want, and she said, she's like, you can write off more than your income
Yeah.
as well. Yeah, so
I know a lot of, I know, not a lot. I don't know why I said a lot. There's a couple farmers that I know that write off a lot of their shit and try and make it over to what they make, so they don't
Yeah.
write anything off or don't have any taxes. Basically, I watched this one dude for 2 years straight. He bought the same exact truck. It was a $65,000 truck. Bought the same fucking truck 3 years in a row just to extend it.
damn,
And
that's
he's
funny.
like 4-wheelers. Bought like 10 4-wheelers. And he's like, to get around the farm. And I'm like, these things are like jet powered. This is for fun, you dickhead. And he's like, yeah, but like, they don't know it. I just 4-wheelers to get around. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. So being in that, I understand. It was funny when you mentioned all the stuff that you got done. In my head, I go, how much is it to get the eyelash extension? How much? What is that? When you said that, it totally threw me off. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It's like $70-ish every 2 weeks.
For what? What do they do?
They're extensions. So like my lashes look like yours, like very light, not very like exaggerated. So like
Damn,
the
you just
black right
shit
here.
on my eyelashes.
we
I thought
have
I
the
had
same-
decent eyelashes.
No,
I can't even
no,
see your eyelashes.
Right, that's
from
what I'm
here.
saying. Like
Brother, when I
You look
tell
like,
you,
you look like Woody
it
from
is
Toy
a
Story when you open
fucking-
your eyes real wide.
it is a running joke upstairs. Every fucking time we're on the couch, Kaylee just looks over and goes, I can't see your eyebrows.
Aw.
And I'm like, God damn it, stop it. She's
But
fucking
yeah.
mean.
so it's just making it a little more dramatic.
So just, okay.
So these
okay.
are all not mine. The black.
I
stuff,
thought it was
not
like
mine.
when you said that, I was like, is this like a surgical thing? Or
Oh,
like they
no,
get
that'd
like,
be sick.
that's
Yeah,
why I was
no.
like a permanent, long, nice eyelashes or something. I was like,
Damn.
God damn, that's
They
crazy.
glue them on, don't they?
Yeah, it's a glue.
I had to learn how to do that. I was in cosmetology school. We fucking
What?
literally everybody glued everybody's eyes shut.
Did you not know this?
Oh,
I didn't know this at all.
What? That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, when he first got on the podcast, he actually told us that because we wanted to get haircuts and lined up before every show. Clearly, I'm not right now, and we were like, okay, yeah, before every show, Cody Ray can cut us and line us because he's in that. And I was like, it's kind of scary to do that one.
Do it on the air.
Yeah, no,
I'll cut your hair.
But yeah,
on
no,
there.
he's been wanting to do that. He was gonna actually be in a studio around here. He was going to and get back into that realm.
So you can technically do his lashes.
Yeah, but not that good.
What are you gonna say? Piece of shit.
No, it's like I said, I glued the girl's eyes shut, like on accident.
That's
Like
fine.
it's not it's like a very tedious thing. Like if you don't practice
that's
it,
terrifying when you try and open your eye and it's not.
Yeah.
You just are blocked from it.
I get stoned before I go to my appointments, and there's times where I'm like
Oh,
overthink,
dude.
like, am I gonna open my eye? And it's like the worst fucking feeling.
You got your eye closed and you open it and you go, oh shit, no. And they're like, no, you're just high. Oh shit,
Yeah.
dude. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely at times overthink when I'm getting my lashes. And I'm like, don't open your eyes, and it feels like I'm about to fucking open my eyes. And then I do not recommend that.
No, I don't doubt that one bit. The other part of the jobs done on it, the boobies.
Yeah, the boobs.
The boobies done.
The boobs were done.
My mother had them done twice, actually.
Me too.
twice.
So excited! Oh my gosh! And I learned so much when that happened, because the first time it happened, we were just going to the doctor. I was like
Hold on,
6.
how old? Okay.
I was like 6 years old the first time.
Aw,
I had
okay.
no clue. I'm like hanging out at the doctor's office and shit. My mom's coming out just like, I had no clue. Like every time she's just happier. And then like randomly I noticed and I was like, what the hell happened here? But the other time it was like, for those, it was like a 10-year span for like where like you kind of had to get like some work done with them. And so she got them worked on the second time, and like I didn't realize that you can just like customize your boobs. So we're like,
yeah.
she brought them in and up, and she's like telling me about them like 16. I was like, shut the hell up.
Like, I don't want to know this, Mom.
But it blew my mind what level you can do to just completely recustom your boobies.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's why I kind of got into like, oh, you can like completely make yourself have a whole new penis. And I was like, this is crazy what science can do. Talking about in last episode about how we were, I think it might have been last episode. Somebody was mentioning about how crazy
What
Nick
color
was.
you'd want your dick?
Yeah, no, not that
color?
one. What color?
What was the answer?
Somebody said see-through.
I think somebody was like a candy cane. Somebody was half black.
Mine was a chocolate swirl.
Chocolate swirl.
Mine was a chocolate swirl.
Nice.
Somebody said I said see-through would be cool because like that would be
That
cool
would be
to,
hot.
Like see.
That would
Like
be
the
hot.
veins and shit. It's, okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's
Yeah, that would be
yeah.
hot.
Be
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a fucking pop gun at the bar. You know what I mean?
What?
Like you ever
Look
see
like
like
that.
you ever see the gun at the bar at like at the bar for the pop? How it's like clear, you see the pop
The
go
tap,
through it.
like the-
Oh.
Yeah. So
Or
you
not
press
tap,
the
but
one
whatever
button,
the
the
fuck
cum
it's
comes out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that would be sick, actually. That's a kink right there. I bet there's some hentai of that for sure.
Oh, probably.
I know that's when you photo shoots. You could do a lot of photo shoots.
Yes.
How does that go? Because do you reach out to these people? Do they reach out to you? How does that
No,
go?
the
Because you
fir-
get a lot of work done with that.
Yeah, I have some close friends now that I just through shooting.
Okay.
So I shoot with them a lot. But one photographer reached out in like the middle of COVID, and I was like, I'm bored. I guess I'll try it because I'm like, I used to be very shy, kind of like introverted, and I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'll just try this out, see if I like it. So shot with him, and then just it's always photographers reaching out. I don't reach out to them. It took a long time for me to even say that I was a model because I just didn't feel like that's what I was doing. But
And has you ever had a situation where it was like kind of scary? Because it seems like it could be a little
there's definitely some weird stories out there that I know of people. Yeah,
like
but
it's already a vulnerable spot itself, but like
I
either being involved in the situation or like prior to.
Yeah. So like the first photographer, I had seen mutual friends that have shot with him, and I reached out, making sure that he was kind of cool or whatever. So I kind of just did that with all the photographers that I've shot with. I honestly shoot more with women now, just because there's
Women
been,
photographers?
Yeah, women
Okay.
photographers. Yeah. There's a handful of guys that I work with routinely that are really chill, but yeah, it's just kind of hard to like start shooting with a new photographer, especially if you don't know anyone that's shot with them, because there are slimy guys out there. There's
Oh yeah. I can imagine there's some real creepers out
Yeah,
there.
for sure. Yeah, I've been lucky that almost everyone that I've worked with has been chill.
Good,
Yeah.
cool. I was hoping not to get a story out of it, but I'm like, if
Right,
there's a story,
yeah.
it's probably going to be a good one. It's
Right,
like
yeah.
randomly, she's just like, yeah, how does that look? You turn around and dude's butt naked in a banana suit, just like, I'm ready. Like, what the
Yeah, thankfully nothing in person, more just so like creepy afterwards kind of thing. And you're like, no, don't
That's-
talk to me like
that's-
that. Yeah, gross.
When she said that, I was thinking like, okay, yeah, whatever. But she said, don't talk to me. I'm like, oh, fuck. Instead of just like, what's up, steamy, sexy little.
Yeah, just gross.
Like, hey, what the fuck? You
I
took.
really loved the pictures we took today. Can't stop editing.
Oh!
like that kind of
Can't
stuff. And I'm-
stop.
I can't
Oh.
stop editing them. I'm like, please don't ever do that again.
Oh, I didn't even
That's bad.
think about that.
Yeah.
Like, this is 6 months ago. You've done 14 edits of this. How many
Right?
more are you going to do?
Right.
One time it was just like a different colored, like the opposite color. It didn't even look good.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Ugh.
My God. Yeah, that's a. I mean, it seems like you've had a pretty good time then doing
Yeah,
this thing.
yeah.
There's not some weird situations.
Yeah, but I always, any new models that I talk to and stuff, I always tell them, like, make sure you know somebody else that has shot with them or another photographer that might be mutuals with them, because that's just the best way to kind of weed out the shitty fucks. But,
that makes sense.
yeah.
That makes sense for sure. Now you to kind of go off of this a little bit, you are, like I said in the intro, you are a co-host to the Bill Squire show.
Yes.
When did you get involved in radio, and did you have any want to get in radio?
Absolutely not. Like I was saying, I've always been kind of a shy person, and Bill had reached out to me. I don't even know how we became mutuals online. I don't remember, but what? Oh, I think you.
I think everybody.
Okay, yeah. But so.
I mean, do we have to really do that?
So he had reached out about the OnlyFans. He wanted to interview somebody about it, and came on the show for that. And then he had added AJ to the show, and I think it was maybe around the 1 year anniversary. He wanted to have me back on, and I guess after that, him and AJ were like, she just is perfect for us. Like the chemistry was good and all that. So they literally, after the podcast, I was out at the bar with my ex, got a text from Bill saying, "You want to join the podcast?" And I'm like, permanently? And he's like, yes. And I had to think about it, just because, like, I'm just like I was saying, an introvert, not really my usual stuff. So kind of I was like, fuck it, let's just jump in. That was 2020 was like a year of me just saying, fuck it. We'll figure it out.
Sounds like it. Sounds
Sounds
like you
like
were
it
just
worked out,
taking
though.
risks.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It has. It's been awesome. But yeah, well, it's been a fun ride.
Yeah, I've been a fan of that show here and there, like listening, but morely just like through social media. But I listened to a couple episodes probably like 2 or 3 months ago when we had Bill on. I was just bullshit and listening to it. And there's one thing that pointed out to me, and I wanted to ask you. I've been waiting for this one. Why the fuck do you burp so much?
I have IBS.
Dude, it's
Hot
like,
girls have IBS.
brother,
guys.
when I tell you I'm listening to this shit, and then it's like, and she like almost just like, burp.
There's
Dude.
some good ones. I haven't burped on the show in a while though.
Yeah, I mean, it was a couple months ago where it was like, there was an episode where it was like 3, and at the one point they were like, Tommy's like, dude, I'm sorry. And I'm like, dude, she is gut ripping them, bro.
When we were not in like the actual iHeart studio, we were drinking all the time at the podcast. So
And that
I
was at
always
his
had like a
house.
seltzer and stuff. And so that's like very burpy. Got a lot going on. But so now that we're at the studio, we don't drink as much, but that's probably the issue.
Yeah,
I'm just a very loud burper.
I noticed that OK Pants is now the co-host. You seem pretty stoked about it. I mean, besides what you just did there, you seem pretty stoked that he joined on.
Yeah.
You guys have a...
I love AJ. No, I love AJ so much, but Pants was my recommendation too. Like Bill had a couple names that he had thrown out, and I was like, Pants, because I've known him through hardcore and stuff like that
Right.
for a long time, and we all just get along. We've been out like a couple times prior to him being on the show, and it's just always like a really fun time. So yeah, it's been fun.
We met him. Me and him hit it off pretty fucking good, but I don't know if you would remember it. I kind of remember it. We were at the Bill Squire show, the Christmas show, whatever, and we went to the after party, and Bill introduced me to Pants and was like, "You need to have this guy on the podcast, blah blah blah." And as drunk Bill is trying to share with this, somehow me and Pants got in just deepest of dive with wrestling. And we just started talking wrestling, and Bill's like, all right, I'm just going to head out and go over here. And I talked to that dude for like 30 minutes, and it was pretty cool. But I was like, that guy is pretty animated. He's a pretty cool dude. So when I saw he joined in, I watched the first, and I was like, you were just like so excited about this guy.
Did you listen to the podcast? I wasn't, or no, never mind. The wrestling promo one with Pants. Did you listen to that episode?
No, I did not. What happened?
You'll have to find it. It's just really, really good. They're really good wrestling promos.
Of him doing it?
Him and Bill both did wrestling
that's
promos.
funny.
I forget, like I can't even remember like how it came up, but they did wrestling promos. It was
That's
pretty good.
fun.
They
That's
tried to get me
really
too,
fun.
and I said no. I'm not quick-witted. I'm not a comedian. They're both very, very funny. So I'm like, no, I'll watch you guys. Let me laugh.
Your role in that pod really reminds me of the role that we used to. One of our friends, Braylon, used to be on this podcast. Her nickname's Bitches, and so if you ever hear me talk about bitches, it's just her, and so she's a gay woman that would always just throw out the side things that we always needed, and it was just like we're just two at that point. two, maybe depending if he was there, two idiots just on a mic, and then there's her like, "Do you guys even know where a clit actually is?" And we're
Right.
like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about?" Like we still.
what?
It's at the bottom, right?
When she found out how I basically learned how women piss when she was there because I did not know. Oh yeah.
What did you think?
Oh God.
He's got a vivid imagination. I'll tell you that.
Were you a one hole thinker? Did you think everything was one hole?
It just like
You did. Damn, you did.
Women just
Dude,
have a Chloe.
when I tell you, I thought that
So
I hit
disappointed.
when I tell you, yeah, I just didn't want to disappoint her more on that one. But I every time I had sex with a woman, I thought I slid down the right avenue in her
my
hoo-ha. I was like, yes. Every time I it was like I thought it just like went off into like a split.
Damn, I love it.
Yeah, I was in the middle of talking
America,
about that. Well, no,
education.
here's the
Great.
problem. Here's the problem.
they didn't let us watch the girls' video when we were growing up.
What?
One, that. All I saw was penises. I knew everything about a penis. Didn't know anything about a vagina.
I only remember the birthing videos and never wanted to
Close
ever
my
since
eyes
then.
for that.
Yeah, foul.
I didn't have to watch that. Thank goodness.
No, because I
Was it the school or your parents didn't let you?
It was a school. They didn't show us that. I think they showed the girls.
That's crazy.
I learned about that in 6th grade, and I was like, "What the fuck, dude? No, why am I learning about this?"
We talked about it briefly, but like there was no.
Yeah, not good education, but
I
not much.
because we were talking about the way that girls pee, because the way girls pee is ridiculous. Y'all need to get that tamed, figured out, because you guys just dump. It's just like I don't know why. Or we just go through, and it's just a beautiful little stream.
Oh,
So I always
Yeah.
thought in my head that it came out of the hole. Because I was like, it makes sense why you don't have no control over it.
yeah.
I thought it was just like a lifting of the wall and it just went
Oh
down.
my god.
And as I'm
You
explaining
think
this,
there's like a
bro,
fucking dam in there? You just like in their mind, open up.
Drain the
I
levees.
saw, bro, and so I'm in the middle of doing this, and Braylon stops me, and she's like, "Listen, so let me get this straight. Where do you think it comes from?" And I was like, "Well, from the hole." And she's like, "What hole?" And I was like, "What do you mean, what hole?" And she's like, "Dude, no way." And she's like, "You know, it's like right next to the clit, right?" And I was like, the whole time I never stuck my tongue in the hole because I thought I'd lick the pee. This whole time I've been licking the pee.
You have the whole fucking.
And I'm
time.
like,
Damn.
fuck, dude.
That's a good way. Exposure.
Yeah, I'm
You
learning.
You jumped right in.
It's an
yeah.
educational podcast we're on where we learn.
I love it.
But it's like, it's cool. It seems like that's like a good spot. They're not as dumb as we are, I'd imagine, but it's a good spot that you're at to where you're like, yeah, well, here's the girl's perspective of you idiots talking
Yes.
about stupid shit.
Yeah, it's great. It's
But
really
you
fun.
mentioned wrestling, and I think it's about time we get into the story that Cody Ray doesn't understand yet. So
Yeah.
there's a notorious story that you have upon yourself over at Rovers Morning Glory. It's a radio show in Cleveland. And this came up on her story a while ago, and I remembered this only because I thought it was Howard Stern. It's not. It's over a Cleveland radio show, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Rovers Morning Glory. And so I'm not going to tell her story, but I wanted to let you know she was going to get these tickets, okay? She's going to get these tickets. Now, Tom, if you could explain what the hell happened at Taylor's favorite radio station. Because Taylor listened to this live, I'd
They
imagine.
did, yeah.
Yeah, it was just a competition that they were holding. I think they called it the Stinkslide competition. And it was...
He already has so many questions
yeah.
just off the name alone.
and the competition was for fast lane tickets, like front row fast lane.
Yeah.
And I got on. There was 3 or 4 of us. I can't remember how many there were. Did you just recently watch it? Was there 3 or 4?
I skimmed through it because I
Yeah.
remembered, like, oh, okay, a little bit of it, and
Yeah.
I just remembered the 3.
Yeah. Well, no, it had to have been 3. 3 of us, and it was how far we would go with one of the co-hosts on the show that is notoriously gross.
So
Both at
it's
the same
co-host?
time said that.
Yeah.
It's just the only word that catches all of
Yeah.
it. Because it's not nasty. It's gross.
He's just gross. Like, yeah, dirty. I don't even know. What else would you?
Is this in a good way
Grimy.
when you're explaining this, or is this...
No.
It's just like neglected, but he's out all the time.
Yeah.
He's just collecting.
He wants to get him on the pod.
I want to get him on so
Yes.
bad.
Just sounds greasy.
Yeah.
And it
when
was,
I rewatched it, that's all I thought was greasy. So that's the word I had.
We need to talk nicely about him so we can get him.
Yes,
on.
no, he's wonderful. He's a sweetie, but
he's a character.
Not the cleanest. He knows that he's not clean. They had like a pair of underwear on the wall that has his fucking what do you call it?
Yeah, they
ejaculation.
His shit stain on it.
They regularly
It's like, what do you call it? I'm like, what? I don't know what you call it.
What do you call the shit stain?
He has poo
skid
poo.
mark.
Skid mark.
Yeah.
His skid mark.
Yeah, on a
Yeah,
pair
they
of underwear.
regularly check
On
him for
their
new
wall?
ones, too.
Yeah,
They check him because he's just always will have another one.
yeah. And then like doesn't really brush his teeth.
He didn't brush his teeth for 6 months.
Yeah.
He forgot to.
Yeah.
For like 6 months.
Forgot?
Yeah, he's a dad.
Yeah,
He's a dad?
Did he forget he had a kid too?
Holy shit! I forget sometimes that I left the light on.
I kind of want you guys to know nothing about him and me to get him on.
Oh,
Well,
well, yeah, I
no
would.
more. We won't talk about it.
my
I would love to know.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't
yes,
know,
please
man.
I
elaborate
can message
more.
him. I don't know that he will reply, but
To you,
I'll
he
try.
might.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
might. Tits, motorboating. Yeah, but so it was like how far we would go with this dirty
Yeah.
man, and I don't even remember like the order of things, but it was like first, I think he was dry humping, and like so it would go like me, he would dry hump me, and then whatever, we would all go, and then the next one was like making out, and it was to see who would back down first, and then they would get eliminated. It ended where I was jerking him off in the corner of the room.
Oh, so it got deep.
And their one
Ish.
manager like genuinely had to come down and like stop the competition because we were gonna like get a hotel and like see who would go as far with him as we would. And we all got tickets to the wrestling show.
Yeah, I watched the ending because
You're
I
definitely
remember.
committed.
Yeah.
I was committed.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not even super into wrestling or anything anymore. Like when I was a kid, I was. But yeah, it was a nice Valentine present for my husband.
Yeah, you
Oh,
meant.
so,
Yeah.
So he should be very thankful.
Right? Yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
shout out your husband.
Yeah,
bro.
he
Oh
rocks.
my goodness. But
Was he there? Because
No.
I remember I watched the video because you sent me it. Because
Yeah.
she mentioned RMG and I was like, I don't know what are you talking about, and I was like, oh my fucking god, it was this.
This thing.
And so I skimmed through it, and at the end, I'm seeing. You were talking about the manager that was reacting.
Yeah.
It was like, so at the end of it, they were given this ultimatum, like, okay, how far would you let Jeffrey go? And this girl, the first girl, put anal, flat out anal, and like, what's the main dude? Rover.
Yeah.
This guy's tweaking. This guy's like, holy shit, we got it. We're making history here.
Oh my.
And so they're like, I don't know if Tommy can do this, and then hers was like satisfy him or seduce him or something
No, it
like
was
that.
it was blowjob.
Oh, yours said
Yeah,
blowjob?
because I'm like that's just more disgusting than anal.
Yeah.
Like his penis in my mouth versus his
And-
penis in my ass.
And
Like I
the
say
penis
mine's
that was-
worse.
Dude.
With to me, that's further. That's
Sitting
far
in them
further.
shoes.
Yes,
Far
Oh my-
further. You don't know that dick.
Yeah,
You're
it's
saying
sitting in them
that's just
fucking-
more disgusting. Blowjob is more disgusting.
Yes.
Yes.
I think I should have won because I
Okay.
think both. I don't know if the third one. Do you know?
Her boyfriend cut
Said
her
no.
out.
Yeah.
Because she got kicked off for the jerk off one.
Mm-hmm.
Because, dude, I gotta be honest with you too. This shit was so uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because this one girl goes over there and you're like watching her do it from the back. You're just watching her back, and this guy's standing in a corner. And my favorite part is there's a guy in the corner just like,
All right.
"How you doing?
Yep.
How you doing? Hey, how's it going?" And
That'd be
he's
the
like,
most
Oh, is that Nads
uncomfortable.
there?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
Nads. Yeah.
man.
So then
Oh, my.
she goes up, and the preparation that you had for this one was immaculate. Because you're like, how long? 30 seconds? All right, let's go. And they're like, oh, she's warming up, whatever. And you saw like elbow, shoulder, and all you hear is Jeffrey just go, oh, God, oh my God. And he's like thrusting into her hand, and I'm like, again, I'm uncomfortable. I have to watch this because I know I got to ask you questions, but I'm like,
Yeah.
and he's like, he was like that close, man.
Yeah.
she was that close to
known-
being the winner.
Yeah. He's known for not being able to get it up.
And did you?
I mean,
The beginning of the
tried-
process, he was not hard.
Yeah.
And she's like, because she reached over and she's like,
And I think I was the first one, and I'm like, fuck.
no, you were the second,
was
which
I-
is even weirder because there was already a girl jerking him off prior. Then he got soft after that. and then it was you.
Yeah.
And I remember Rover he said something like, "There's something you got to work with," and I'm like, the adversity that she had to face, man.
I know.
To get a soft dick to come in 30 seconds, unreal.
Yeah, none of us did, but
And so, and then, yeah, dude, it's uncomfortable, bro. I'm telling you.
I'm uncomfortable. And I
don't
haven't not
rewatch
even
that
seen it
shit,
or nothing.
but yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, when
It's
she sent
funny,
me, I
but
was like,
yeah.
golly. So the funny part about it was, Rover thought he had just the thing for radio. He's like, I don't know who the other guy was. This other guy's like, we can retire today. This is the last show. See ya. Bye. He's like, this is the best we're going to ever do. And the manager, the one girl was like, it was the funniest one-liner I've ever heard. She goes, ladies, this is WWE. You're not going to the moon. No. I'm like, these girls are just willing to just let it roll.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, for what? Front row tickets to WWE.
Yes, that I'm not even super into.
Shout out you though.
Dude,
Commitment.
hey, yeah,
Commitment,
small
man.
round of applause.
Yeah, thank you.
Doing it for your man.
Yeah.
How was the experience? Because were you all sitting next to each other?
It was. They gave us first, second, and third.
Were you guys
row
like
in the same row? Yeah, and Jeffrey was also like behind us too for the show. Him and his kid. But yeah, it was fun. It was really good.
Did you guys all just like bond over this awkward ass experiences y'all had to go through for this?
The girl with the boyfriend, like she was there for a second and then was gone, so I have no idea. She was a wild one.
She looked
She was a
They're all
wild
sitting next to
one.
each other, and then the dude they all had to stroke to get there is right behind them.
Yeah.
That's when she said that part. I was like, I don't like that at all.
No.
Yeah.
I really wish that they would have sat him somewhere else so they could at least enjoy their experience from
Yeah.
whatever they had to go through. But no, dude.
He honestly was very polite and like didn't like. I can't say anything about him. You want to get him on the show, but yeah, he was very nice. But yeah, got a picture and stuff, and then he just hung out with his son.
Did you end up partying with him after? Because I remember the ending of it. They were like, can you at least just party with him? And I'm like,
no,
this dude was
I have
sitting.
not.
I'm telling you, I skimmed through the middle, but the ending I really wanted to watch because I was like, how did this end?
Yeah,
what
you need
happened?
To know, you need to know.
And this guy's sitting there in a red. This whole time, he's not even like fucking barely clothed. He's got like fucking underwear on, and he's just
Skin
sitting
tight,
there.
yeah.
He's sitting there like this, like, oh, I'll remember. I'll remember what they sound like. This guy is pent the fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Does anybody know or like recognize you like after that? Like they were like, oh, that's the girl that jerked off Jeffrey.
Oh, no.
A few times here and there. They played the replay. I don't know, 1 or 2 times, and I've gotten a huge influx of like followers when they play the replay because people are like, we gotta see these fucking girls. Like, what the?
How did you guys get picked to get involved in this?
They just like asked on the radio, like, girls want to like try to win these, tickets or whatever. Send a picture, do whatever, and then I sent it in. Doogie, she's not the manager, she's just like a co-host on the show. She like called me right away. She's like, "You're fucking hot. You have to come on." Blah 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 blah. She's like, "Well, never mind. I won't go to that because that's kind of rude." But yeah, so like she's like, "You gotta come on." And then just did it that way.
Was there any information of what you guys were going to do prior?
Nope, it was just who will go the furthest with
So
Jeffrey.
you knew that.
I
going
knew
in.
that, but like didn't know what they were gonna like.
And
make
how
us do
wild it
each.
was about to be.
Yeah. I wasn't nervous though.
Did you and your husband have a conversation beforehand?
What year did that?
It was
2016?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was like 15. It's 16, I think. Yeah.
Okay. My husband and I were swingers in an open, and now we're poly. So we don't have issues with that kind of stuff. We don't really have like jealousy. Like we were
Gotcha.
talking about it.
There's
And
a
it
lot
was
of
just like
information. That just
I know.
came
Sorry.
out right there. I was like, holy
but
shit.
at that time, we weren't like fully open or anything like that. Like we weren't swinging then.
So that's what swung the door open.
Yeah,
Was-
no, Jeffrey, I was like, yes, I need more of this.
Watching you jerk off another dude, he's like, this is kind of
Like,
interesting,
now I get
dude.
to do that.
I
Like,
kinda-
This was the dick I did this for.
But no, so like it wasn't ever like a weird conversation. It was like, hey, like this might be fun. Like, when we do this, yeah.
When was? Wow. Okay. What a curve. So
This could be fun, babe, right?
What's going on outside? There's like a
there's a lot. Yeah, there's a lot happening
going
there.
on right
I'm
now.
more on because the swinger part is funny to me, just because when we first bought this house, there's a lot of pineapples.
They were swingers, yeah, for sure.
But okay, now let me ask you this question:
What?
The pineapple thing, is it upside down pineapples?
I've never. Okay, so I just recently heard that. I've always just known regular pineapple, just pineapple in general. It's a sign. If you see somebody that has like pineapple decor in their yard, that means they fuck.
We have
people.
pineapple decor in our yard.
I'm about to go get some pineapple decor, dude. Put
Use
out.
your DTF, yeah.
So when did you actually become swingers?
So
It's a wild lifestyle.
I know.
Now I want to learn about that
I know,
too.
right?
My God.
Yeah. We were always kind of like open, like flirty with other people, like through like at weddings and stuff. Like I dance on, our guy friends and stuff, whatever. But
I mean, your husband's an attractive ass dude.
yeah.
His mustache is impeccable.
Aw.
Does he still have it?
Oh yeah. I won't let him get rid of that.
I love that dude.
Yeah.
Impeccable mustache.
But like after our wedding, I don't know, just randomly we were like, there's a not local, in Canton, there's a sex club out there, and we had heard about it, and we're like, do we want to just go? It was like just like a Saturday night. Went to the club, watched a woman getting fingered at the bar, and she like squirted all over, and the maintenance guy like mopped it up. He like came over with a mop. This
What
like
the fuck is a sex club? You
have sex in
I
a
don't
club.
know. Stop. I want to learn.
Right? Yeah.
Dog.
So
She
that was
said
our
that
first-
casually, and I'm like, I'm holding
first,
back.
That was our first night in the sex club. Is like sitting at a table by ourselves, drinking alcohol, listening to music, seeing like girls like half naked walk around, and then someone getting fingered at the bar, squirting, and just an old man mopping it up.
Unbelievable. Would
Shout
you
out
imagine
that-
having
Right.
that
Shout
job?
out that janitor,
That's
dude.
fucking-
Old ass guy too. Yeah.
I've been cleaning up squirt for
Yeah.
16 years, dude. Same mopping everything.
So like you have to pay for like a membership there.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So it's a private?
Yeah, you have to pay for a membership, and then you have to pay like for the event, and it's usually like Thursday, Friday, Saturdays they have events.
So is this a running bar that like at nighttime becomes a sex club?
The one that we went to is always just been a sex club. The ones that I have, yeah.
So is this just okay? Is this like a speakeasy built to where it's like hidden, or is this just like off the fucking curb, like walk
Kinda.
in and get squirted on?
They're discreet-ish. Like
Just walk in.
the one in Canton is like almost in like a plaza. Like
Okay.
there is like a sex store in the plaza, but there's like food and stuff, and like the door is very like you have to like
It's like
kinda
hidden
look
door.
for it.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
I
then-
like that.
And then the one in Cleveland that I've been to, it's just kind of like a huge building that I don't think really has any signage on it. So
Is it done by the flats?
I don't know if they've moved it. I can't remember. I'm really bad at directions, but it was there at least at some point.
Okay, when I was like 17, I drove a couple to the sex club.
Okay, so it's not there anymore. They moved it, but
Gotcha.
What age?
17? 18?
nice.
Or
I got
starting
to drive
fucking.
the souped up Ford Cavalier. That thing was sweet.
I had no idea these things existed. I am like,
Really? Yeah.
I knew that like I have a couple friends that do that kind of deal in like Detroit. That like they go, but it's like more like demonic theme kind of deal. Like
BDSM stuff?
no,
Or,
no,
it's
like
demonic
actual like
themed?
demonic theme. Like they like
Okay.
goat horns and shit and all this like. Because in Detroit, there's it's like another.
I don't want
curveball.
that
I know,
one. The one that she's talking about sounds way better, dude.
Goat horns.
No, there was some place that opened up a couple years back. It's got a big. I don't know what it's called. The Goat Man, whatever it is.
Baphomet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a statue of that person's outside the building and such. I was curious.
Are they
about
in
it,
a
like,
cult?
No. It wasn't a
Sounds
cult.
like
thing.
it might be in a cult.
yeah, that sounds a
Am
little
I
bit
realizing
like
that my friends are in a cult?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know.
your friends
Yes.
might be in a
God
cult.
damn!
Like a fun cult, but a cult.
Yeah, sex cult. No, I didn't know this was like a casual thing all around. So you pay a membership to go into this place, and do you do you have to participate? Is it like an
No.
open like you get like a bar pickup kind of deal?
So it's there's different kind. You can sign up as a couple, a single female, and then some clubs don't allow single males, but some do, and it's usually a little bit higher priced to come in. And then it has like a regular bar, and then like a dance floor, and then usually they all have rooms. So there's rooms with beds, there's rooms with like BDSM stuff. There's
Wow.
a shower room, like just different kind of like setups. And you can either block off the door, you could shut the door if you don't want people to watch, or you can let people join. Yeah.
That is very interesting.
How do you how do you find out about these things?
I honestly don't remember how we found out about that.
I'm
I don't
interested. I'm
remember.
gonna find one, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I like when you first mentioned. I'm like, I always thought I was thinking of like a DVD store that like there's like a CD that you pull out and then it opens up a door and you walk in the back.
That would be cool.
That's
Oh,
all.
yeah.
When she said a discreet door, I was like,
Yeah,
fuck yeah,
yeah.
dude. That store you're into when you randomly see these people disappear and you're like, where'd they go?
Yeah.
Lo and behold, they went in the back room where it's this crazy sex dungeon. That's crazy. So you were or
So we started off like just swinging, and we would have like we had friends in Cincinnati that was like a millionaire that he would host like parties that we would go to every month. And just fuck our friends. Yeah, it was fun.
Just a millionaire fuck fest,
Yeah,
dude.
and then he moved out of the country, and then we kind of just realized that in addition to like not worrying about like having sex with other people, we're like, maybe emotions aren't as like, because it was kind of scary to like think about that at first.
Yeah,
like polyamory, we're like, oh yeah, we can fuck other people, but we don't want to like date other people. But then kind of just we realized that it doesn't make much of a difference. So yeah,
Well, that's cool though.
you still going?
Yeah, we're still rolling. Taylor's girlfriend just called me.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what the fuck?
Oh.
You guys talking about sex clubs with him?
Maybe she overheard. She's like, oh, this is interesting.
I was taking notes. Like, so she said they have these and these.
That's what you're writing down the whole time. You're
It
like,
comes out right away in case of
a
squirting. It's
discreet
Right, yeah.
door.
Discreet door squirting.
Make sure you wear a
yes.
raincoat. Never know. So you started off that way, and then you said poly.
Yeah, polyamory. So we both date other people. We kind of
okay.
and we kind of were familiar with that lifestyle because it just seems like I'm bringing out a lot. We also LARP. So a lot of people in LARPing. I know. I'm sorry.
Wait,
Shaking.
LARP
There's a
is that?
connection there?
Wait, LARP is that shit you?
Live action
Like,
role
what-
play.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah. I don't like. I just dress up and get drunk.
I
But
got way more excited for the LARPing.
Dude.
than
I
poly
know.
stuff.
Dude, no,
like,
sorry.
a lot of-
LARPing is so sick,
yeah,
dude.
A lot of nerds are fucking horny, and a lot of nerds are poly. So we kind of like knew about that lifestyle, and
Okay.
then we kind of just eased into it as we were like open, and then I started dating someone first, and he's like, well, we weren't even dating. It was supposed to be like a friends with benefits kind of thing. And one night, like I was talking to Brandon about it, and he's like, why aren't you guys just dating? Like, I know we talked about it, but it's not like, he's like, this doesn't make a difference. I can tell that you really care about him, but it's not affecting my day to day. Because he was the one that was a little more hung up on it in the beginning, like just not knowing my husband.
Okay.
Yeah, like not knowing if he could do emotions with other people.
Well, yeah, it's definitely something that you guys have to, test out and
Oh,
everything
yeah.
else.
And that's kind of like what it was. It was just kind of like a slow process, and then talking through it, seeing,
the level of trust that you guys have in I guess that's the word I'm trying to look for. Respect, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of like it's it'll come to me.
it'll come to you.
The way that you guys are together as a couple is impeccable. That you guys are able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I've ever met somebody that's actually been like that. So that's awesome that you guys are able to like know that at the end of the night you still love him just as much as you did. That's
Oh, yeah.
awesome.
I have so many questions.
Yeah.
I've
Like about logistics, like, is everything above board? Everybody knows about everything that's going on.
Yeah, for me, yes. I mean, most polyamorous people, everyone is aware. It's not like
Okay.
another person doesn't know about
Sure.
it. Ethical. They say ethical non-monogamy, and that's just where everyone is aware of going on. But
Gotcha.
some people, couples don't want to meet the boyfriend. Like don't ask, don't tell. But we're kind of like, we just don't mind. We don't like talk details or anything like that. But we play D&D together every Monday. So like,
Well, you and your couple.
well, my sorry.
I was trying to say it too, and I'm like, your
Yeah.
couples, your people, your friends.
Yeah, me, my husband, and my ex were still best friends. And he was like the first person that I dated outside of my husband. So us, and then my best friend, who is also my husband's girlfriend, and then her fiance. We all play D&D together on Mondays.
You're looking at me as
So
if
that-
I got to
so-
react to that.
so
I'm like,
that should end interesting, right? That's
You
probably
gotta make
That's it,
stories
yeah.
and shit for doing everything too.
Yeah,
So like, you
yeah.
get traded on. You're like, you motherfucker. They're more pissed off in the D&D story than they're gonna smash out their husband. Like, how dare you?
Right? Yeah. Oh.
Okay, all right. How many hold on, real quick on this.
Yeah.
You keep mentioning X through
Yes.
this whole time.
Yeah.
That X is a person that you started dating while you were already married.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
This is what I'm fascinated about.
So I
Yeah,
thought
me
she
and
was
my
talking way back in the
Oh,
day
no.
stuff.
Yeah, my
Okay.
husband and I have been together. It'll be
A long time.
13 years.
Yeah, a long time.
Yeah. Miles, the ex/best friend, we were like kind of dating for 2-ish years. But he was the one that, started off as friends with benefits, and then we kind of just, kind of grew.
How
into,
many
like, a relationship.
boyfriends or girlfriends for him have you guys had at one time? Has there been a limit to you're like, okay, maybe you're doing a little too much?
Well, Brandon has 2 girlfriends. One, she lives in Cincinnati, and then Ray, who's one of my other close friends, best friends, she lives in Akron. So he has 2. He's like, that's kind of enough for me.
I'm like, brother,
Yeah.
that's a lot, dude.
And then Miles has always just been the one for me, kind of. The one for me. That was.
I was like, damn, dude.
I have not dated anyone else, like hooked up with other people, like before Miles and stuff like that. But yeah, just me is kind of 2's enough.
That is an
Yeah.
interesting
So,
lifestyle.
do you have a whole breakup with the boyfriend,
So he broke up with me.
and then do you
Oh.
mourn that, and then does your husband
Oh, it's-
console you through that?
It's still a weird thing, like broken up with in October, because this is gonna get so.
These are the things that
I
fascinate
know.
the
Please
hell out of
roll.
me
Just
about
keep
it.
rolling it. Cause I'm like,
Yeah.
curveballs are going all over.
Boyfriend is monogamous and wants to have a monogamous future with someone. So it was kind of more of like a
What's that, real quick? What is it?
monogamous, like you
Like
and
one-
your wife,
one-on-one,
one.
like-
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
you're not gonna-
okay.
A standard most
Okay, gotcha.
relationships that you see
Gotcha,
are monogamous.
gotcha.
Yeah, what just
I'm like,
husband,
what word
wife.
is this now?
Husband,
God
wife,
damn.
husband, wife. Yeah.
So we just kind of saw that this wasn't going to lead to that.
Yes, exactly. And we're still like best friends. We plan on being best friends for ever. We still fuck.
That's awesome.
Like we
Oh,
are,
yeah.
but we essentially are dating, but I'm not a girlfriend. I don't know. It's weird. It's a very bizarre.
Taylor almost just painted both laptops with this drink. When she
Yeah.
goes,
Second time
she
today.
goes, we still fucking. I go, oh.
Well, then I don't know either.
Cody Ray went, we're trying
There's
to.
too much going on for me to keep track.
I know,
I'm just
I'm
gonna
so sorry.
stick
Like nothing
stick with
has
Rosetta.
changed.
She's cool. Whatever.
I say we're still dating. Yeah, it's just like we know that eventually, most likely, he will want to find somebody, and he's not like looking for that or anything. And it's just weird. And I
Actually
still
makes
go
sense.
through like the mourning because I'm like I could, we could still have a wedding. It just doesn't need to be like a regular wedding, a legal wedding.
Damn.
Stuff like that. So it's
Multiple
just-
marriages, but one
Yeah.
legal marriage?
Yeah, no, not like. I mean, I was just there's certain things that he wants that I wish I could.
Well, no,
kind of
like
give,
it,
but-
that could be like a
Yeah.
way to do, like you get married
Yeah.
5 times, but
Fuck
one of them's
yeah,
legal.
Have weddings, yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
You just
Build a
have a
big
stack of
compound,
massive
stack
diamonds
them
on
all
your
in there.
finger. That's like a war between
Yeah,
guys too. Now you're just like sitting here walking like this. Like my husband's, they're jealous of each
Right.
other. They don't really care about anything else other than the
Yeah.
ring size. That's wild. I had no idea about that.
Yeah,
I've known you for a decent amount of time, a little personal at the time, but nothing by any means.
Yeah.
So
oh,
that was interesting.
yeah, that was
Um,
somebody didn't like that. Do you have
No,
a ghost?
don't do that.
Do you
Don't
have a
do that.
ghost?
Don't do that shit. Don't do that. Goddamn. We're actually in conversation of potentially getting a ghost hunter, pretty decent ghost hunter on this podcast. So
I think you should.
yeah, after that, I'll have to make a clip of it and be like, hey, check it out, dude. Our candle went.
That is pretty solid evidence, yeah.
That's definite evidence.
So okay, so I don't want to talk too much more into that, but
That's fine.
this is new stuff. So when you guys are in the middle of dating, do you guys have to like your scheduling for planning around? Is there ever a jealousy between like, oh, I think you're like going on more dates with somebody else? Is there like a flexible? I'm trying to say flexible and flexual for some reason. Flexible schedule that you
Yeah.
guys are trying to work with each other for even,
So,
especially for you since you're
yeah.
one of 3.
Right, yeah. No, so I mean my husband and I we bought a house together, like we live together,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. And we're both very independent people. Like he will be playing video games while I'm, doing whatever.
What's he play?
Oh my gosh,
Call of Duty?
No, no. Is he? What's the?
You got me on Call of Duty. That's
Shit,
about it.
I know it's not. Boyfriend plays Call of Duty though.
I have to play with the boyfriend.
She's got one
or
for
X,
everything.
Whatever he is. What the fuck does he play? It's not League of Legends. What's the one with the cute little chipmunk thing and a ball right now? Do you know? What are the big games?
Elden Ring is big.
No, that's
Is
definitely
it
not
new?
Elden Ring.
Huh?
The chip.
New?
No, yeah, kind of new. No, not new. Oh, Overwatch. It's not new, but like,
Oh, they did have a chipmunk in a thing.
yeah,
Okay,
or a
okay.
hamster, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
That game,
Okay,
he
I'm
plays
following
that.
you. I'm following you.
Yeah, but what were we saying about?
I'm talking about schedules.
Oh
Talking
yeah,
about-
scheduling fucking was.
Yeah, scheduling
I-
fucking. Yes.
Yeah, I always no, not scheduling fucking, but scheduling fucking sucks. Is what I was trying to say. But also scheduling fucking, I guess. I always felt insecure. Like I always felt like I was like cheating on my husband like through the whole thing. So we had to have talks because I'm like, am I abandoning you? Like, do you need more time? And he's like, dude, you were fucking fine. Like, it's okay. So it was never really an issue of jealousy. It was more of like me feeling insecure. Like, am I doing this
Right?
Right.
Is
yeah.
there a way to do this
Yeah.
right? That's
And
interesting.
Yeah, my husband's he's very like black and white and like straight face, whatever. So I'm like could never read his emotions. I'm like, I need you to tell me if you have any issues with this.
This seems like something that you guys have to be like very over the top
Open about,
communication.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So scheduling is annoying, but it works. We're both very laid back. So.
Did you ever like take it? You said the one girlfriend is in Cincinnati. Did you ever just take like a week trip or like a weekend trip?
Weekend trips, yeah. He does that. Like he with his LARPing on Fridays.
His LARPing on
he goes
Fridays,
there.
dude. That's
He goes to Columbus, so they meet there. Shelby's coming up here and hung out. Yeah, and him and Ray have like taken trips too. So
Has there ever been a time where like they go to the house and they go to your guys' house and then like it's like, oh, I kind of want privacy with her?
no, so we don't do that. Some couples are fine with that.
Okay.
Like we usually, if like on Sundays, I go to Miles's house and then Ray comes over to our house. So like,
So you still actively go over? You guys just aren't like titled? You just
yeah, it's weird. It's really, I'm confused. Okay.
You're doing great.
Yeah, it sounds like you're making it work. So
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm
whatever,
saying.
as
You're
long as
doing
everybody's
great.
Happy, I guess it.
Trying.
Like,
But that's
what
a
I mean?
lot, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I thought my schedule was complicated at times. I'm like, I can only imagine working with, dealing with another girlfriend, and then on top of that, having her with another boyfriend. Now I got to work with that.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of scheduling at times, but yeah. They all also have lives. Like Ray has a fiance, and then Shelby, she has partners too.
This is
So-
like a big
This whole
spider
thing
web.
is
Like,
Spider web,
when-
exactly. Yeah.
When are you gonna meet that person's person? And then
Right?
it's like, oh, wow.
Yeah. Interesting.
No, it is. It's,
Yeah.
it's a lot. I had no idea that
Lot
was
to
coming
take
up.
it. Yeah.
When we write down on our board, everybody knows. Everybody's
not on the board.
everybody that listens and watches, they see us look at a board sometimes, little like talk points, okay, whatever. That's not there
It's
by
not,
any
yeah.
means.
Yeah.
It was
It is not.
when she smoked us with that. I was like, "Holy fuck, this is gonna be a lot."
It's a learning experience, though. Like we
Yeah.
definitely learned a lot.
I love no, I
Different types
love
of
that. That's
relationships.
crazy.
I like being open about it. It took a while. Like we kind of like it took a while to even tell our best friends about it, just because they're not conservative, but they're more like vanilla, I guess would be a good word to say.
Damn, I don't.
So like
think
that was
it's a-
hard to what?
It's like a little slap. They're not conservative. There's vanilla. They're just
Vanilla.
like
No, I-
missionary. That's about it.
No, like just yeah, not fucking other
Over here
people.
watching
Yeah.
girls piss from a bar, and you guys just in missionary.
Hey, you got some of my drink, damn it!
But I like just being able to like talk about it and
No, that's awesome. That
let
really
people
is.
know. Yeah.
I mean, it's awesome to throw that out, and of course, like you probably have the same reaction from almost anybody where you're like, "Oh,
Yeah,
whoa, what?"
yeah.
But learning about it's awesome because I'm glad I finally know somebody that's a swinger, so I can ask this pineapple question because
Yeah,
I've lived in this house for a year, and they're like, "No, dude, this is." I'm like, "No, dude, they have to be upside down for sure."
I don't think so.
The whole time now, people just think that we just fuck, dude.
Yep. They're like, hell yeah.
Just knock these
Fucking
fuckers off the
partiers.
stone here. That's great. That's great. I don't know if I could do that. So hats off to you. Not necessarily by the sharing aspect, but like you were talking about how like being a good partner in that has to be troublesome.
Communication, yeah. Key. Just talking about shit.
has there ever been a time that you felt like you weren't the number? Is there like a number one thing involved in that? Like, because you're the wife, are you the number one?
Some people, like, depending on the people, some people have it's called anarchy, like it's called relationship anarchy, where they don't have, like, they call it a nesting partner, the person that you live with. So some people do relationship anarchy, where it doesn't matter, you don't like rate somebody. And then other people like hierarchy, where some people would say I'm the primary, but we don't do that. We don't like talk about it even enough to give it a title. But no, we would do more of like the relationship anarchy, where nobody's really more important than the other one. Obviously, since we're married legally, Brandon would have the say so over certain things, but
Y'all ever all go out on a date at one time?
oh yeah, movies. I love going to the movies.
This dude walks in with 3 chicks and puts his arms around every one of them, dude.
No, not everyone. It would be me, Miles, Brandon, Ray, and her fiance. So
so you bring your ex.
Yeah, my ex, yeah.
So I almost said it, and we both went ex.
Ex. Yeah, that's happened a few times. Yeah, like we had to just figure out like scheduling the stupid John Wick movie. Like we had to sacrifice me and my husband going so he can go with Shelby and I can go with Miles. Like that gives me anxiety. The movie theater is what bothers me.
Having to be like, do you want to see this together, or would you rather us both see it with our other people that we don't rank?
We don't take it like that, but yeah, it is one of those, like, I feel guilty sometimes.
That's such another step to get up to that. That's another thing. You're going through your day and you're like, oh, now we have to decide how the planning of walking in the movie theater, sitting and everything is. Are we for 2 hours? Are we going to pretend like we don't know each other?
Everyone's holding hands. No,
it's like you just turn around. Tommy, how you doing back there? I just jerked him off. We're doing good. Like, oh no shit, dude. That's awesome that you're that open with it. That's really cool, and thank you for educating us on that. For Christ's sake, I mean that's
of course, yeah.
I'm still kind of caught up about this sex club deal, the like secrecy of this. That's awesome to know that is a thing. Is it like
a thing.
How much is that a thing now? Is that like could there be one in this town?
Oh, I hope not.
Might, yeah. I know Cleveland has I think 2 maybe. Eros is a big one. I've gone a couple times, and like especially the themed nights get busy.
Okay.
So like I think I went to a St. Patrick's Day one a couple of years ago, and that was like really poppin'.
Really poppin'.
Yeah, and then one of the
that's how you title that one.
Poppin'.
This green dick's popping everywhere, dude.
And then one night at the Canton one, the DJ left, and the thong song played 3 times in a row. It was just like me and my husband. The thong song?
You don't know the
by
thong
Cisco?
song?
Old ass song.
Don't look at me. No, hey.
Thong.
Yeah, that one. You don't know that song?
We'll play it for you after this.
It's a banger.
Okay.
But it played 3 times in a row at the sex club.
He was probably out there handling his business.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, probably.
Like, about to hit the skip song.
Is that a song that like you're just destined to fuck during that song or something? Or is that
a song about thongs, dude?
Yeah.
Get you thinking?
Yeah.
The process?
It's a music video.
Have you ever had a night at the sex club where it's like you and your husband walk in and there's just like one much older dude sitting around, and it's like a really dead night, and you have to look at the only other person there, and then just mind your own damn business?
Question.
There's a wide array of people at the clubs. Most of the time, we like just doing voyeur stuff, so people watching.
It's never like completely dead in there.
There's
you and your husband do that?
Yeah, like at times, like.
Do you guys go in there so other people can watch you?
At times, yeah, for sure, yeah. Like, we go in, like, if everyone's ugly tonight,
okay,
let's just fucking let it be, a thing. Yeah.
I thought you meant like
it
you
really
go into the
depends
club.
on how many people are there and stuff, but yeah,
Sure.
earlier in the night for sure is more dead.
I thought you guys went there purposely just to go have sex in the room when other people watch you. Or is that
yeah,
what you do?
can. Some
Yeah.
people,
Oh,
yeah.
Christ, okay.
It can be whatever you really want it to be.
Yeah,
That's great.
honestly, yeah.
Is that a form of cucking? Is that like a cuck thing?
If you have like another dude come in and fuck your wife and you watch it, probably.
Yeah,
Is that a thing?
Cuck.
That's
cuck,
cucking.
yeah.
Is that a thing that you're involved
Yeah,
with?
it's
too?
like-
No,
Okay.
no, he's not.
Well, there's a lot of different things that she's involved with. I'm like,
yeah,
are you?
totally
So
do that.
it could
Yeah.
be like it's like a spinoff of like camming. Like that could be like a live. You could put on live shows, make people pay for it. Like
Well,
not at a
yeah,
club, not
not
at the
at a
sex
club,
club,
but
but like
yeah,
you could
yeah.
set up your own little
Man,
establishment.
that shit's for
Could,
free
And it's
too.
like, well, it's
She
not
knows she's
free.
making money on that shit somewhere else online, and it's like, oh, right here, you're just getting the free version, I guess.
No, you have to get releases anytime you post videos. So anyone involved, like on OnlyFans, like if I have somebody else in my video, you have to have like a release attached that they're agreeing to be on there.
Through into OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh.
So like I couldn't if I did that, everyone would have to be on board and like sign a form that.
Well,
was
I didn't mean
uploaded.
like you recording it. Like you could just like say like I'm having a show at this time at this place,
Oh,
and like
I see.
people could like pay
Ooh,
an admission
damn.
just to watch you
Man.
and your man or whatever. But not at the sex club. Like you just have your own like
Yeah.
office or
There it
whatever.
is,
like,
dude. That's a good idea.
That
Fist
is,
me, bro.
you're a genius.
She's
Man.
thinking of it. She goes, that's not a bad idea.
You're gonna see Cody Ray
Yeah,
at
there
the
you
sex
go.
club managing.
I'll be your
Right.
I'll be your security. Dude.
Yeah.
Just smoking a cigarette at the bar, just like, right, who
Checking
needs my
IDs,
assistance next?
like,
Every
making
Who
sure
needs my
everybody got
assistance?
refreshments,
Yeah.
He's
like,
got
yeah.
a long coat. Then he's got.
You
a
come to
cane.
me. You come to me, ask you for a favor. Who referred you?
What's the password?
That's funny.
That's interesting. You
Yeah.
live an interesting life. My golly.
Yeah, I do. I never really think about it, but yeah, I guess I do.
Sex free, but full life. My golly.
Mm-hmm.
Is this something that, like, actively as a thing that's on your schedule, or is this just like every once an occasion thing?
I haven't been to a club in a while.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, because like when you do, you have to pay for a membership, and they usually do like a month membership or 3 months, something like that.
They got to be expensive.
They
I
are,
would
yeah.
imagine.
They
Do
say
you have
they
to get
weed
tested
people
before
out.
you get in there?
No, you
Oh.
don't. They have all like condoms and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
it's all protected.
It's
stuff.
all
Okay.
protected.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you wanted to raw dog it, you could,
Roll
but
the
but
dice?
no, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would not. But yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, is there, so
A lot of people though in the lifestyle do get tested frequently anyways. It was like
Yeah, I
an old
would've-
misconception about, people that were like open, stuff like that. Like back in the 70s and 80s, but honestly a lot just are
Is there-
honestly more responsible about it because they know they're going to be fucking other people.
So when you're in this OnlyFans realm of this, are you doing more modeling like you're putting up on your socials, or is this actually, are you doing work with other creators?
Ray and I do a lot of work together. Brandon's been on some videos on OnlyFans. Like my modeling stuff doesn't do as good on OnlyFans.
Okay, so it's
They want more like POV kind of like self shots, stuff
Okay.
like that. I mean, I still do post it, especially the stuff that I do with my one friend Heather, one of the photographers. She's going into more like erotic photos. You don't know what that word is.
Photos.
Photos.
Photos and tutus.
Yeah.
She said it in the smirk got me, dude. She went, it's the toes.
But yeah. So it's more like POV, like self shot stuff on there.
Okay, because you were talking about the signing of the stuff and all that, and I'm like, involved with the testing and all that. Is there a thing in the sex industry? Because are you technically in the sex industry?
I don't do like professional like porn and stuff like that. Would be where you would have to get certain like it's called, I forget what it's called, talent testing. So it's like specific, drug test. Specific.
Make sure you're not high.
Make
Nobody
sure
cares about your
not-
STDs, but you're.
Definitely no. You need to be high. No. But that is when you would have to get the testing. Ray and I, we both fuck Brandon, so we don't care.
Well, I guess
about
that's a good common. I didn't really realize because I'm not like in the in the trenches of it. I'm just thinking like OnlyFans. I know there's probably like some like photo shoot stuff like what you're doing. You probably wouldn't want to waste the money or whatever for that
Right.
time, but like it's not all just sex work. It's like POV, like homemade stuff. I'd imagine.
Yep.
Okay, 'cause in my head for the longest time, I thought it was only just like Pornhub, but like Pornhub, like everything's just porn videos.
Yeah, there's pictures, videos, stuff like that.
I knew that like
Everything.
OnlyFans at first started off as like a wanted to be like a cooking like vlog deal.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah. I think they're still like chefs on there. I'm not
Shout out
sure.
the cooking people that
Yeah.
still go through OnlyFans. Like, hey, you want to learn how to make a good old dish? Check this one out. In the mix of all the porn that you're in, that one cooking dish get you a little hungry, dude.
I do got a question. Have you ever ran into like a fan, like as a fan came up to you, and like how is that? Is that awkward?
I've gotten some really creepy messages. The only people that have come up to me in person have been like more of like Bill Squire, like the podcast stuff, which doesn't bother me as much. I don't know if they're on the OnlyFans, but yeah, I've gotten weird messages. I'm sure there's some crossover, but
I just didn't know if like somebody would like openly come up to me and be like, "Oh, dude, I watched your video last night. Great video." Like that was so like I just think that would be so awkward. Like this dude, I don't want to touch your hand, man.
yeah, no, I have not gotten that. I haven't gotten that, but I have gotten the people who message me and tell me who they are, and then I see them in public, and I'm like,
Do they do that? Do they do that? Because I think it's like a guilty conscience thing. Where like, hey, just to let you know, this is Angelo from the coffee shop. So when you see me, just don't freak out when I'm looking at you. And I'm
yeah, some of it I feel like it's I want you to know it's me just in case you might be into me kind of thing.
Oh,
some
trying to
have been
shoot a
friends-
shot.
Yeah. Some of the way that it's worded is weird.
Ends with a lot of LOLs or
Yeah.
like non-committal language.
LOL, dude.
Yeah.
Totally kidding.
There was one guy who messaged me on OnlyFans the name of my development where I used to live because he was a neighbor. And I'm like, do not do that ever
is
again. That is
creepy,
terrifying.
bro.
And it's a neighbor I never even talked. Like, I don't even know who they are. But I'm like, that is terrifying. Please don't do that ever again.
That's a great question because I know that some people like I've seen like documentaries of like porn stars. They love it when fans come up and they're like, but at the same time, you know the whole reason why they know you. So it's like, is there ever been a person that's like, hey, I like your work, and you're like, you dirty son of a
Like
bitch.
I feel like you would have to be pretty bold as a person
Yeah.
to be like, "Oh, dude, like you're
Yeah.
like that comfortable with them knowing that you just jerked off to her." Like
I don't
like that's
yeah.
weird. Dude.
I don't think I've had that in person. I can't remember any, and I feel like it would have been an awkward conversation. So I don't think
Just
that
out like
that's
Starbucks
happened. Yeah.
getting your coffee, like,
Right,
"Oh, hey,
yeah.
this one's on me."
I already paid my $5 a month. There,
Right.
you're good. That's a good one.
Yeah.
I had one more question, but that was a good question.
That was a
I wanted
good
to throw it at you though, because on this podcast we have things that are called cracking questions. It's where our fans send in questions and of course we answer them. When we have a guest on, it is something we like to do and throw at them last second to where you can ask us a cracking question. So any question at all, if you wanted to ask us. We love doing it where you absolutely know nothing about it, so you have to just throw that first thing out.
Just throw a random
What question do you have for us?
You could try to throw us
Wait,
off,
individual?
or like
No, just
Yeah,
in
it's
general.
like one
Just a
question.
base. I mean, if you really want to ask individual questions, you can. But if you have,
I'm confused.
Just
Okay.
ask a question.
yes,
Just ask a question.
it's
Like,
called
we
cracking
all
questions
answer
for a
it.
pun because we're
like
comedy,
usually we
beer
have
drinking.
fans send in the question, but like we're letting you.
Can you give me a question example? that
We
you've
just had a
gotten?
question actually. John asked us, like what we see, what we're gonna do with this podcast in a couple of years, whatever. Like where can you see it being?
Okay.
Blah blah blah. If we went big, where we would go, all that. But then he also asked, not our first or second guest, but who would our third and fourth guest be? And I thought that was a pretty good question.
Oh,
But we've
shit.
also had questions like, if you were born with your hands like action figures, what pose would you want it to be in?
Yeah.
Type of stuff like that, like random stuff.
I know the question I'm going to ask. I asked it on Twitter, but I didn't get enough answers. Would you rather have dick-shaped titties or a titty-shaped dick?
That's good.
How big is the titty?
And is like.
So,
like,
I mean, there's a lot of different titties out there.
We like to think about this. Like, is the dick erect or is it like a flat?
Dude,
You have to think of it in
saggy
both. You have to think
peepees,
it in
brother.
both. Yeah.
So wait, at any moment your chest can go from an A to a triple. Like you could, you
Yes.
just like.
Yeah.
Dude, Nick would
Oh,
be
bro.
all the time, bro. He'd be fucking holstered up.
Bro, I think I gotta go. Dude, I think I gotta go penis because if you
Which
go,
one?
No, oh, true. The boob penis.
The boob penis.
Only
Okay.
because I think about it in my head, like what, like you grow like some inches, brother, and you go from an A to like a fucking Z, dude. You're just like, you're getting horny. You're like Pinocchio, dude. You're like Pinocchio. You're like,
Plus you can
oh
get
fuck,
boob
oh
jobs.
fuck.
Yes.
You get boob jobs a couple times. Just keep upgrading.
Keep upgrading a few times.
Could you get a boob job on your penis?
I mean,
If it's a boob, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah,
I guess so.
penises but penises aren't attractive. Like you have two penises on your chest. Oh, whoa.
It's a boob.
Look, okay, I was a fat kid growing up, so I've had like boobs, like man boobs.
Okay.
So like running with that is like a little bit uncomfortable. Just imagine if you were running with dicks,
Dicks.
though. Just like
Yeah. I
like
wouldn't
there's
want-
like helicopter thing going on. This is
Dude, you're gonna clothesline somebody if you get hard.
What would
Yeah.
your bra look like?
It would be just like without the pad, like the
Two
cut
socks
pad. It
just
would
Two
just
socks.
Like,
it looked like two condoms.
You ever see like them fucking Pelican G strings where it's like a tube where the dick goes in?
Yes, yes.
That's what it'd be like a couple
Oh
of
my
those.
God.
A couple holsters.
Is it just a penis, no balls?
Balls too. Ooh,
That's-
4 balls.
4 balls and a
Ew.
penis in your chest? You just got a whole package deal up
Yeah,
there?
you got a
I'm
lot
definitely going
on.
boob dick.
Yeah, boob
Yeah.
dick for sure.
It also depends on the boob though, because like, what if that has like a cone
And-
tit?
A cone tit.
Like, what if that's just like?
What would that look like erect?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if
Like
it's
a pyramid.
if it's a big boob,
What's it gonna look like at 70?
like that's a pop can,
Ooh,
bro.
Yeah.
Sagging.
I can't have sex with that boob.
Your pants would also look kind of weird too with a big dick.
Foof,
Huh.
foof.
Yeah, that's hard.
And that doesn't go down or up. Oh no, wait. Does the boob change sizes, or is it one boob the whole time?
And
Because
is it, like-
penises grow, but boobs don't, unless you get jobs, of course.
does it like change the role based on where it's placed?
You're fucking with your chest.
No, like you know how like
Oh.
women lactate. Like, does your
You're gonna
does
be
your-
lactating
like
out of
the
dicks.
out of the dicks, or are you lactating, or is like, am I gonna be lactating out of my one boob dick?
I love we
Wait,
say
no, I
dicks
think-
up here, but then we say boob dick down there.
Yeah, no, I think you still have to lactate.
I don't
with
know.
the titty
Like, I can't.
in your
Just imagine having to feed a
semen.
child. Like that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, how are you feeding a child? Is the child feeding off a boob dick,
This never
or is
went
he
there.
like?
How did Twitter not come up with this?
I don't know.
How did Twitter not get crazier on this?
They didn't. Twitter hates me too. Now,
Oh
I
my
guess.
god!
That baby's just
Oh.
bottle fed.
See, it never went there. Why did you have to go
Also,
there?
Because we're weird,
but
like,
the
that's what
mother
it is.
still is nursing, and you don't have to do it with your boob dick. The mother's tits
Yeah, but,
are
like-
still taking care of it. Why are they sucking your boob dick, Cody Ray?
Well, would you want your kid to be sucking your dick boob?
You're not giving birth. You're still a dude.
No, that's what
But
the
the
boob's there
girl.
for.
Yeah, we're
But
like,
the girl would
Oh,
have
does
to
everybody have
Yeah.
this?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
everybody. It's everybody.
So kids are all just on formula now.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's so many more penises. What happened to the vaginas?
They're extinct.
They're extinct. Oh my golly. I'm more concerned about me picking the boob penis just because I don't grow. Like, I think the only way I get hard is if I have a fake boob.
But nipples grow though. Yeah, like when.
If you get cold?
Yeah, I mean they get erect when you're cold.
Oh, it's
Erect?
not like a horny thing.
I mean some
Is-
people do.
Is getting a hard nipple called getting an erect nipple?
Yeah.
I mean I guess yeah, it's
Sure.
an erect.
I've
She
heard
nipple.
said erect
I
nipple
don't
and it
really
threw me
talk-
off. I was
don't
like,
really
Yeah.
talk about erect nipples, so I guess that's how
It's
people
like the
would say.
medical term, yeah.
Yeah.
Super.
yeah,
It's a
bro.
technical
I get-
term.
I'd have to get a boob job. I don't want to get a boner because then you're just fucking around with a soft boob.
This is changing a lot of things in like an.
There's so you have to go. This might be my favorite question
Yes,
because you
because,
have
like,
to dive so
it's pretty
deep.
good.
now I'm like thinking like reproduction. Like, how is this gonna
Stop
Yeah.
thinking about kids sucking on.
work? No, I'm
Boob
just
dicks.
thinking like,
Such a fucked up thought, dude.
is she gonna have to sit on my chest for me to like reproduce? Like, is that? What? This is getting weird.
This reminds me. So we're getting right back into
Yeah, I
this.
guess so,
But this
yeah.
reminds me of the phone calls that we have on the phone all the fucking time when we're walking around delivering mail. I was asking my one buddy. I go, "Would you rather piss on your cousin sexually or have your cousin piss on you sexually?" And they were like, "Oh, I don't like this at all." And I'm like, "Yeah," but we'll ask that question later. I got to get back to this boob thing.
I already got an
'Cause-
answer for that. Like,
Are fake boobs hard? Can you tell that there's like done deals in them?
The reason why people end up needing a second surgery is capsular contracture, and it's
It's a big ass word for this podcast.
Yeah, it's hard. I know it's hard.
I don't even know if you.
And the boobs kind of get a little bit harder. And then that's when you think about like the '90s boob jobs, you can like tell that they're just, like,
It's like it's like a boulder almost.
Yeah, and that's why I had to get a second surgery. Well, I didn't need to. I wanted to. I got it earlier.
They start getting harder. Like an expiration on your boobs.
Yeah, if you don't like take care of them and like massage them every day and stuff, your muscle like tries to like the scar tissue tries to heal it and like gets
That's interesting.
tighter into a.
So my
like,
mother
It kinda
massages
makes
her
sense.
boobs every day.
Yeah.
My mom be massaging boobies. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me that.
You're welcome.
I
Yeah.
asked. I
They
mean,
might look like penises.
They might. Yeah.
well, the only reason I'm asking for that is that makes a problem involved in our question here because the only way to make how am I going to have sex with my penis if I have a boob penis and it's soft?
You don't. I don't think. I don't know how you do
Turns
it.
out
think
it's like she's having sex with you now. You're just going to be getting pegged now. Yes, that's how it is. Like, you can't.
Pegging only.
Yeah. You are the woman now.
I want that one.
This is our population.
He wants that one
I
now?
picked that one.
answer. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a pegger.
He's
Peggy.
a peg.
I'm a Peggy.
Peggy.
He's a
I'm a
Peggy.
Oh, I don't like Peggy. Peggy doesn't sound good.
This
Peggy,
guy,
I love it.
you're a
This guy,
pegger.
he's a Peggy.
Somebody actually walked up to me at the bar I was working at and was like, "Are you the guy that likes to get pegged?" And I was like, "No."
Dude,
Like,
it's
not
like
me.
I was the one that
I
deep
love
throated
that
the
that's
banana.
only happened to you.
Oh yeah, this has been asked like 2 or 3 times at least. I go out and they're like, "Who is that person?" I'm like, "You'll never know. You'll never know." I mean, they know
Perfect.
now after last Friday if they put your voice together, but
Oh shit, I was on.
you were. We didn't talk about you getting packed up like a suitcase though.
No,
So
they gotta listen last week and this week, and then go back to last.
Pretty much
They're not
every
gonna
other
do that.
episode.
you're in the
But, like,
thumbnail.
doing
I
that.
forgot. You're in the fucking thumbnail. You're fucked. Everybody knows about you now.
Oh well.
Well, that's a great question. That was a really good one.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God, how long are we going on? Should we cut this? I could probably talk a lot more.
Are we gonna do a flight?
No, we did a flight on Friday. We don't have to do that. Thank you very much for joining us
Thanks
and
for having
educating
me.
us on all of this
Yeah.
nonsense.
We
A round of
talked so
applause.
much.
There's so much that we
Fist
have
me,
learned
bro.
on this one. Yeah, fist us, bro.
Fisting.
That one's
You
for
see
you,
that
Nick.
on Twitter, but not my titty.
I get-
Fisting, not me. I was not.
I almost threw my hat. I'm like, brother.
No.
Catch me fisting on Twitter.
No,
That's
you can see fisting on Twitter. But
why I was like, man, when you thought a curveball wasn't going to hit again, here we go.
As we're ending, yeah, I like to fist.
I'm like-
No.
Got it. Okay, so I guess let everybody know where they can follow you, where they can subscribe to you, everything else on that nature.
Or if you have anything coming up.
Yes,
like,
and let
any
us know where they
events.
can, yeah.
Tommy LC on everything. OnlyFans, Instagram, Twitter. Yeah. Just the use. TikTok too, but yeah, that's it.
To let you guys know, too, it's TIMMILC.
Thank you.
T-I-M-M?
Yes. TOMMI. Yeah.
What'd I say?
Tommy.
T-I-M-M-I.
No, Timmy. No, Tommy. TOMMILC.
Did I say I? I was trying to think because I wanted to say the
Our-
funny joke
our
afterwards. I
viewers
thought
are
it was
definitely
Tom
confused.
ILC.
Oh.
And so I was trying to figure out how to spell it for a second. And I was like, I know what her fucking username. So, yeah, thank you very much for joining us. This has been very educational.
Thank you.
Yeah, we definitely learned a lot.
You guys can join her on the Bill Squire show. Do you guys still do a hotline deal?
No, we're not doing that now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. But yeah, Bill Squire.
Do you guys have set times for you guys do your shows, or are they just sporadic now?
We record on Tuesdays. They release on Sundays now.
Awesome.
He got a marketing lady to help with
Hell
stuff.
yeah,
So
dude.
yeah, Sundays are our day to release. So
Hell yeah.
listen to that.
Check her out on the Bill Squire show. Follow her on all
I
social
like that
media
you
platforms.
had to remind me to plug
Don't worry.
my podcast. So,
Fist,
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Fisting, dude. Yeah. Make sure you guys subscribe to her and follow and everything. So go support her and don't walk up to her and let her know.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, just yeah.
Tell her that you saw her on the pod. That'd be cool.
Yes, podcast is fine. Yeah.
Yes. Guys, enjoy your week. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys are subscribing and doing everything that we tell you to do. Don't do anything that we wouldn't do. And see you guys on Friday. Peace.
Shut up!